What is up? We are back for round 2. Lost the die roll, and this hand is not great. We have a removal spell, we have some ramp, but really our hand is not going to do anything. This removal spell can get a little better with this fetch land. I'm not a fan of it, but I'm going to keep it. We can also Sidisi on turn 4 if we draw another land. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Opponent leading off with Plains and Soul Warden. You got it. Is less than or equal to. Okay, so we can nab that pretty easily. Noose Constrictor is also a good one to draw, especially with this Ghastly Demise and one of the 3 fatties we have in our deck. 2 Eldrazi, 3 fatties. Alright. Opponent probably just going to attack here for 1. Alright. Yep. And nothing. Alright. So I'm going to get a second black source. We don't need double green. No. And we have the white already, so I'm going to get another black source. Alright. And Grapple's pretty good. I'm just going to play Noose Constrictor here. We could Ghastly Demise this. We could actually Talisman plus Ghastly Demise, but I think I'd rather just get the Noose Constrictor on the board. Get a blocker. And also now if we just draw... I mean, if we draw like Unburial Rites, we're in very good shape. Loyal Retainers. Oh, okay. So we can just reanimate Ulamog. No big. So let's make sure that this works first. We don't get Mana Tithe. There's something like that. Discard Ulamog. Get back Ulamog. These Loyal Retainers have been doing some heavy lifting. They have been putting in overtime. All right. Got in there for 3. Got him back down to 20. Are they going to let us untap with Ulamog? One thing that you want to do, if you can't get rid of Ulamog and you know that like this will beat you, it's usually best to just concede so that way your opponent doesn't see your deck. But we'll see if they have anything. What could they have? They could have like Oblivion Ring. Face Fetters is something that they could have. Song of the Dryad, totally. That's totally something that they could have. I don't know if we have a way of dealing with this. I can't think of one off the top of my head. But we'll think of one. Alright, untap, draw. Well, so we have land and creature. We could put artifact, instant, and instant into our graveyard. I think the first thing we do is we grapple with the past. And I'm actually going to grapple like this. Yeah. So let's grapple with the past. See what we get here. We have Terramorphic, Loyal Retainers, Fetid Heath, or Stronghold Assassin. I think I want the Loyal Retainers because then we can just Loyal Retainers the Emrakul. So I'll take that. Okay. Let's go 2, play Talisman. So that way we can keep up this Ghastly Demise. And Humph. Alright, so they turned Ulamog into a tree. But we're fine. We're fine here now. God, what happens if we play, like, Wind Zendikon on this? Then it becomes a 2/2 flying forest named Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger. I love it. I love it. Alright, what do you got for us, opponent? Opponent with Reclamation Sage. Maybe they'll blow up the Song of the Dryad. Excuse me. Sure. Maybe we should have... Excuse me. Maybe we should have killed the Soul Warden first. Maybe we don't even kill the Soul Warden. Maybe we're just okay with this happening. Alright. I'm cool with this happening. I mean, I'm not cool with this happening, but if it has to happen, it has to happen. Soul Warden getting in there. Sure, sure. Okay. Bayou. So now discard Emrakul. Yeah, we should have played Loyal Retainers first. Play the Loyal Retainers. They gain a life. Emrakul. So just a 13/13 flying trample protection from instants. Seems legit. And we can also kill something with toughness of 7 or less. Technically 8 or less, because we could also discard the Sidisi. So, there is that. Hopefully they don't turn Emrakul into a tree or, you know, put it into an Oblivion Ring or anything like that. Even an Icy Manipulator would be terrible. Would be just bad. And there we go. All right. The promised end, as promised, ended that game. So, let's see. Our opponent is running Soul Warden and Tree. How do we get rid of the Tree? We don't. Okay, cool. Great. I mean, we could always run the Undercity Informer, so that way, you know, we don't get treed. I mean, we could turn their stuff into trees. No, I think our deck is just very good. We'll run. All right. What do we got here? Well, ooh, I guess it's fine. So what we can do, we can Demonic Tutor for a green source. And then be able to play Tarmogoyf and Cryptolith Rites. Oh goodness, that was the hardest thing to say pretty much ever. The other option that we can do is we can Vampiric Tutor for Entomb, and then Entomb something that we can Unbarrow Rites. So, I don't know, we got some options here, but depending on what our first draw is, I think that we may just Vamp Tutor for a green source. But our opponent has to lead this off, so let's see what they have. Plains and nothing. Ooh, Quicksilver Amulet? Okay. We'll probably just Vamp Tutor for a forest of some kind. Probably even getting Wooded Foothills, so that way we can also put a land into our graveyard. Serene Steward. Alright, well, let's Vamp Tutor. Vamp Tutor for... Do we get Wooded Foothills or... Marsh Flats? Where's Marsh Flats? So Marsh Flats or Wooded Foothills. If we get Wooded Foothills, we can get Savannah, and then this can get more things. So yeah, let's get Wooded Foothills. All right, we'll F6. Draw Wooded Foothills. Crack Wooded Foothills. Get Savannah. Play Tarm Ogoyf. Tarm Ogoyf. It's a pretty good creature. 2/3 for 2. I'm down with that. Opponent with Karlov of the Ghost Council. I like this guy. Alright, Karlov. Okay, so we can Ghastly Demise, which I think is probably a good thing, because if they start gaining life, that's going to start getting out of hand. So this is a non-black creature, so it's only this thing we can Ghastly Demise. Yeah. We can also Cryptolith Rites. So let's see. I'm just trying to think if there's anything that's worth it to do this now rather than later. I think we just do it now because I don't want them to gain a life and then put a counter on something. I mean, this is just going to get bigger, but we'll just kill that. Number of cards in your graveyard. And then 2 for Cryptolith Rites. That way we can also tap the Tarmogoyf to play Mirren if we really want to. Otherwise, this Karlov is going to start doing some work. I don't like that. Ah! Okay. That's a lot of life. Block. No. Okay. Alright, some good? Land. Land would be great. I see. How do we get that into our graveyard? We could also just play this. They'd get in there. I really don't want to tap the Tarmogoyf. You just get in there for at least 3, possibly 5, possibly 7. Yikes. I mean, I don't want to just play the Mirren right here, so I think that we just do this. And just say go. With all intentions of playing Iona from our hand at instant speed. Next turn. Obviously, we're naming white. Right. Okay. Oh, this is not good. Well, this is like lots of damage. Lots and lots and lots of damage. What did I say? 7? Yeah, 7 was like the max. But that is 7. All right. Well, that's a good card to draw. Okay, so I'm just going to pass here. We'll let them do them. I should have played this in the main phase. I guess I was thinking about ambushing them in their combat and killing a creature. I guess I can still do that with killing the Archangel. But this is not going to be pretty. Wow, nothing? How do they just not attack there? All right. Do we put Iona or do we put Mirren into play? I think we put Iona into play. Choose white. Oh, goodness. This is just all bad. No good can come of this. Really, the only thing that can come of this that's good... I mean, this can just kill this. So, yeah. Right. This is just going to gain him more life. Yeah, this is a train wreck. Oh my gosh. All right. So what do we bring in against said train wreck? My life total can't change. This might be good. Bringing this in. Loyal Retainers can't deal with it. We bring in Grave Pact. No, I think that we're just going to do this. Maybe we just like swap that out for Emrakul. Do we just swap it out for Emrakul? It just seems so bad. Maybe we swap it out for Mirren. Mirren hasn't been great. Mirren is a legendary creature, though. It's a lot of fatties. Alright. Alright. Alright, let's try to not get just completely bowled over in this one. This looks fine. Yeah, this looks mighty fine. We can always sacrifice the creature that we bring back with Whip. This will undoubtedly get a swamp. Opponent. With the Plains. With the Soul Warden? No. We'll get Swamp. Let's see. We can Talisman of Indulgence. We can play Vamp at the end of their turn. We untap. We play Entomb and Grapple. Yeah, I like all this plan. Okay, so yeah, we're going to Vamp at the end of turn for Entomb. And Rakdos Signet. That's perfect. Now, actually, do we want to Vamp at the end of turn, or are we down with... Because if we Vamp at the end of turn, then we'll have... Let's see, we Vamp for Entomb. We Entomb... I mean, what do we even want to Entomb? Like, we're not whipping back, you know, great, terrible things. I think that we actually just pass here. We draw. Play our Forest. And now we can grapple. And then after the grapple, we can Vamp and figure out what we want to do. That's a good plan. I like that plan. Grapple first, and then Vampiric Tutor. And we might not even want a Vampiric Tutor for Entomb. We can get other things. I just would like to hit lots of creatures for Whip. What is this? Is this a Restoration Angel? Just 4 mana, nothing? Okay. So let's grapple. Oh, just all kinds of lands. I guess I take Marsh Flats. And now we can... let's see. If we Vamp Tutor... We can also Vamp Tutor for, like... Bitter Blossom. Or Crawling Sensation. And then just start going to town on his creatures. Alright, let's Vamp Tutor. See what we got. See what we got working with. Okay. So... we could get... I mean, I think Crawling Sensation would be pretty good because we do have Whip, and that could just start fueling everything. Just fueling everything. You know, I kind of like that. All right, I'm going to get Crawling Sensation. All right, play Crawling Sensation. Whenever one or more lands are put in your graveyard from anywhere for the first time each turn. So we can just pass and then crack this on their turn. This is a Restoration Angel. I called it. Freaking called it. All right. Like I knew it was happening. All right, in for 3. The whip will also gain us back some life, which is good. I bet our opponent would like a Whip of Erebos. It's a pretty good card, especially in their deck. So we'll crack the fetch land. We'll get a Bayou. We'll get an Insect. We'll use this. And then we can play one of these two. Probably this. Gisela. It's kind of gross. All right, get our Bayou. And yes. I'm just getting all those lands out of here. Wow, wow, whoa, wow. All right. Well, that's a thing. So let's play Stronghold Assassin. And then we can start killing off his creatures. Killing off our opponent's creatures. I don't know if it's a male or female on the other side of this. It could be a robot. Could be a, I don't know. Could be a dog. A dog playing Magic the Gathering. Who knows? It could be anyone. We're getting attacked for 7. That's a bummer. And our opponent will probably just play Whip of Erebos here and swing in for 2. Gain some life. And then if they play something that can block one of these, we just sacrifice the thing that can block to kill Gisela. Alright, opponent with Heart of Ramos. Yes. Ooh, and we hit more lands. Great. Bitter Blossom. That's pretty good. So let's attack in with these two. Oh, I didn't play Whip. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I didn't play Whip. Darn. Well, I guess I play Bitter Blossom. And just pass. Man, oh man. That would have been great to play Whip. We don't have anything in our graveyard, but still would have been good. Alright, we'll let him attack. Go to 4, which is a little scary with opponent with accesses to red sources, but hey, what can you do? Especially scary because we played this, because now they can just like Chain Lightning us and then we're dead. Oh. Ghostly Prison. Oh. Okay. It's not so bad. Scepter of Dominance. Alright, that's not so bad either. Alright, yes. Hitting another land. Ooh. Okay, so let's actually play this time. And attack with one of these. Okay. See, now we got this whip Stronghold Assassin lockdown. So Ghostly Prison is not going to make this game go fast. Same with the Scepter. Anytime this is sorcery. So they can use this in our upkeep to tap this, and then we don't get access to it. So we'll just use it for the lifelink. I almost want them to attack so we can block and then kill it afterwards. We would be sacrificing a fairy token and an insect, but we'd be gaining another life. Soul Warden. Sure. I mean, we'll just probably kill it with the Bitter Blossom trigger on the stack. Is that it? You have 3 cards in your hand and access to 5, 6 mana. Probably want to use one of it on the Scepter, so 5 mana max. What is this? Blinding Angel. Okay. So we'll just see what our opponent does here. They are attacking, so we can block. Actually, I don't think I want to block, because I still want to have 2 things up for this. So we will just nuke that. And I don't care about them gaining life off of this. So I think that we'll also just nuke this and be able to attack in. So we'll do that. I also don't want to deck myself. Oh. How convenient. So, and they have 26 cards. Oh, how super convenient. So we can just, let's see, what would be the most devastating? The most devastating. We could kill the Blinding Angel. If we, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can put Ulamog into play. Our opponent would go down to 6 cards in their library. They would have a total of 8 cards they could kill us with. Or we can attack them with Emrakul the Promised End and gain 13. We'd be gaining 10 off of this, which is pretty good. I think I want to just... I think I want to whip the Emrakul back to gain 13 and then Unburial Rites the Ulamog. So do this, whip back Emrakul. This will put them to 10. Because if they block with Blinding Angel, we can kill it. Oh, this will put them to 11. So we attack here, pay the 2. Yes. Cool. So they get smashed there, and then we can kill the Blinding Angel with that. Alright. Now we're at a healthy life total. Our creatures are plentiful. Our graveyard is stacked. We're ready to unleash the Eldrazi's of war. And our opponent has to be a little careful because they only have 5 cards left in their library. So Ulamog could just end this game very quickly. The other thing that we can do is we can play Zombie Infestation and discard these 2, and then Unburial Rites Iona, and then just Iona for white, and then just lock him out of the game. I think that's probably going to be our play next turn. I feel like we had to run the Emrakul play last turn because our life total was so low. I was a little stressed out about that, but by landing Iona, I think that can sufficiently lock our opponent out of the game. What do we got? Revelark. Okay. Revelark it is. And then at some point we whip back Ulamog when maybe they've tapped out. Alright, so we are no longer going to do this. Always no, always yield. And do we want to kill this now? No. No, I don't think so. Draw Skull Clamp. Alright, so we can go 1, 2, Zombie Infestation, discard, 1, 2, get a zombie. The zombie's the important part in this. Alright, Soul Warden trigger, get back Iona, choose white. And that should be the game. Our opponent looked pretty heavily white to begin with, so I think that we can just get him from here. They will tap something here end of turn, so we can just, like, you know, blast the Soul Warden. You're tapping that? Sure. You got it. Sure. So we'll triple block here. They'll get back Blinding Angel. Yeah, they'll get back Blinding Angel. And then we can just kill Blinding Angel. They should have maybe tapped the Stronghold Assassin first. Yep. Yep. You can't play anything that's white. So I wouldn't try and do that. You know, yeah, if it's white, you can't play it. Iona's got that part. Alright, so you have a white card in hand. How very interesting. We'll lose that. Alright. Entomb, you say. Let's go to our attack step. Probably don't want me attacking with this. So you probably want to tap it. I mean, I can use this only as a... What? All right. We'll attack with those two. All right. And then I'll pass the turn. And there we go. All right. Good job, Reanimator. We're 2-0, going to the finals. Feels good. I'll see you all for round 3.